What's up, guys? My name is Luke. I am the Offensive Yak. And thank you for joining me today for episode 4 of our Dyson Sphere Program series. We're in today's episode... Oh, what is this missing? It's missing gears. Interesting. I must have placed it down a little too quick, and so that didn't get... There we go. Okay. Where in today's episode, we're gonna get on with some upgrades, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. All right, let's roll that intro and hop on into it. All right, guys. So, like I mentioned in previous versions of Nilaus's mall or starter hub design here, there was actually a blue science component to it down here at the end. And this version of it doesn't actually have that because it expands this portion here once we get some upgrades. But I want to go ahead and have a... I'm going to go ahead and build a little bit of one. Now, this is just going to be temporary. But, yeah. So, we're going to place it here. I actually want some more of these. Oh, look, we have 50 more of them. All right, because we can actually place these on top of each other. So, one of the upgrades that we can do in this game is down here. Vertical construction. It allows us to build vertically. Now, currently our limit is 2. So, like, I could stack another storage on top of this. But I couldn't stack another storage on top of it, on top of that one. Also, I want more motors, because you can never have enough motors. Yeah, so I can't stack another storage on top of that one. I can only stack 2 high. However, the science buildings always stack 1 more than your overall stacking limit. So, yeah, and we'll put a thing here. Okay, so what do we need to do to get our blue science? Well, we need these circuit boards, and we need these magnetic coils. And we're actually going to use Gen 2 things here. And we want to produce these. Now, it should be able to keep up. And then what we'll do is we'll place right here 3 more of them. And we're going to put some of these. Boom, and then these guys are going to research. So the blue science are going to go from here over into there. And yeah. Oh, we need power. Power! There we go. That should now be able to start researching once I pick what I want researched. So I think one of the things we're going to start with is this next mass construction. Because it's always important. Always. And then I think maybe we'll look... Well, but do we want to? Let's see what technologies we have that we need to get here. All right. So this is always an important one because it gets you conveyors Mark II, sorters Mark III. It also gets you towards your planetary logistics and towards your logistics hubs. But those take red science. Okay, so where's our red science at? That's something we can look at. Where is it? Is it here? Yes, okay, so to unlock red science, looks like we need this plasma extraction refining. Okay, yeah, we could do that. That gets us towards our red science so that we can get that started. We also definitely are going to want to get the maglev, but we need red for that. Chemical engineering, yeah, we don't need that right now. Proliferator would be good. We also need our processor. Let's see. We definitely want solar panels. And is there anything else on here that we can get that only needs blue? Chemical engineering. Applied semiconductors. Yeah, we can get that, and then we'll get the red. And then let's go to upgrades. We're definitely going to want drone engine. We're going to want... Yeah, our queue's full. Okay. So, yeah. So these guys are going. It looks like we do have enough that we are filling up. Perfect. Okay. And I wonder, are we producing enough that we're not going to run low? I'm hoping so. Let's take a look. That's still full, and that's still full. So we are producing enough. Perfect. And how are we doing on steel? Not too bad. Okay. So what do we want to do next, guys? Well, we need to continue on our way with that. So let's take a look at some blueprints here. Okay. So for the next upgrade here, I need the 150 tech limit. Excuse me, I need one that is over 500. Now, if I remember correctly, mass construction 2 is only 300, so I actually have to get to mass construction 3 in order to even use that. So we're going to have to get red science going. Let's take a look. Do we have an early red science? Red, but this is a late game red. Okay. Let's look at his oldest. He should have some red. Starter red science. There we go. And these are perfect. Okay. So we need to get oil refineries going. Now, I don't know if I can even make oil refineries yet. I'm guessing not. But let's find out. So it looks like oil refineries are basically the only thing we're missing. And the storage. The fluid storage. Okay. So let's take a look here. We can now make the oil refineries. Which also means we're going to need some oil extractors. We're going to need some plasma exciters to do that, which needs some of these prisms, which takes glass. Okay. Easy enough. I do have tons of glass down over here. Right here. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to... Yeah, I'll just take 2 stacks of it. Okay, yeah, sure. 60 of those sounds pretty good. And then we're going to want... Or, well, here. Hold on. Let's just make the buildings. Okay. I need some steel. I can take 2 stacks of steel. Okay, so I'm going to need some oil extractors. Can I get 5 of them? That should be plenty. And then oil refineries. How many did I need? For starter red. In total, I need 24 refineries and 2 storage tanks. Okay. Refineries, I'm gonna need some more. Okay. And steel. Man, these things are expensive. And what are we low on here now? Now we need the magnetic coils. Okay, that should be enough there. And then I do need a little bit of glass, a little bit of iron. Stack of glass, stack of iron. Should be enough to get me 10 of these. Okay. I'm going to let this queue run, and we shall be back. All right, looks like we just got our next research done into the proliferator. Now, this is something I've not actually used. I've seen it in a few other videos and whatnot, but I've never used it myself. And so, yeah. Now, it's something I'm definitely interested in. I've unlocked the proliferator Mark 1, and now you can use the spray coater to spray the proliferator on the cargoes. When the sprayed cargoes are used as raw materials to produce the next level products, it can obtain the effect of extra products or production speed up. In other words, it just makes everything better. So the Mark 1, it will speed it up by 25% or add an extra 12.5% productivity. But it does increase power consumption by 30%. Okay. That's not too bad. Once you get up to the Mark III proliferator, interesting. It gives you 100% speed up. Wow. That is crazy fast. Okay. That's definitely something I'd like to get into. Maybe proliferate all these lines here. But we got to make some proliferators first. So, yeah. And I don't think I have... Do I have a self-proliferating proliferator Mark 1? I do not see one. I'm guessing there's not... well, actually. Although I think it's a Mark II proliferator, not Mark 1. Yeah. Yep, that's for a Mark II, I believe. The Mark 1 proliferation stuff is yellow. Mark II is green, Mark III is blue. So... yeah, okay. So I don't have a blueprint for it, but yeah, maybe when we get to the Mark II. What are we researching now? Processors. Yeah. Whew, that's a lot of science there. My goodness. While I've got you guys, let's add some upgrades. So I've already got drone engine in there. We can throw in mass construction. We can do inventory capacity. Yeah. We're going to have to do that one from our thing. We can do exploration. How about vertical construction? No. Vein utilization? No. Some of these are much later game, being yellow and purple science, which we're not anywhere near. We are close to getting to red science here shortly. Okay. Looks like that's about all of the ones that we can do. So, anyways, back to waiting. All right, guys. So we are close enough to the starter red science here that to all of my machines being built. We can start putting this down somewhere. And in all honesty, I think we're going to put it down right over here. For now, at least. Because I've got 2 oil seeps right here that I can use. And I got 2 more up there that I could use in the future if needed. So let's start with number 1. Now, I'm going to try to do this off memory as to where everything goes, but no guarantees here. We're just going to put this here. And time for number 2. These are some of Nilaus's oldest designs, and so they are, I wouldn't say difficult. Yeah, see, like, I've already messed this up. They're not difficult or by any means to follow, but they don't have some of the niceties that some of the newer stuff has. So I actually need to do this. Needed to spin it around. Okay. Yep, and then it lines up like so. All depends on how it got originally done, originally recorded. So, okay, we are going to put this here, but not yet. We first need to finish building these we'll put one of those there. We first need to finish building up these conveyor belts. So the reason I keep finishing the conveyor belts before I build more is that if you have a sorter on the next blueprint and it's supposed to connect to one of these conveyor belts, it will not connect if the conveyor belt's not already built. In fact, the sorter will just not get placed. So for instance, with this one, you can see that these sorters are matching up with the conveyor belt. They would just not get placed. And then it would be up to me to figure out where they were supposed to be and which direction and whatnot. And that's just a pain. So we need to go over to this side. Should be on number 4 now. And it'll end up going here, but first, let's wait for the conveyor belts. And so then what we're going to be responsible for doing is we're going to have to bring in crude oil to this middle here. And then all of these refineries will fractionate it out. And I think we also need to bring crude oil into these end ones, if I remember correctly. It'll fractionate it all out, and it'll turn it into all the components for red science. Now, judging by the fact that there's no recipe on these end ones, I'm guessing we need to learn a new recipe. Yes, I'm guessing we do. Gonna have to see what recipe that is and add it. All right. Looks like we built enough that we can drop that down. Okay. Let's go to here and let's see if we can figure out what that recipe we're missing is. Can't be that one. Could be that one. I want to say it's X-ray cracking. I believe it is. Which is interesting because it requires red science. It has been a long time since I've used this particular thing. Okay, so crude oil comes in here, goes into these guys. They will split it into refined and hydrogen. Okay. And it looks like our refined is going onto this belt, which is then going into these guys, and our hydrogen is going onto this belt. So then what would it be that would take the refined oil and the hydrogen? Or is the hydrogen... No, hydrogen's going onto a belt. It is taking... refined oil and whatever this line is. Let's see if I can figure this out. Let's go down here. It's probably... I'm guessing it's this. Takes hydrogen and refined oil and turns it into stuff. Yes, okay, so this is what's doing it. Okay. So we don't have X-ray cracking yet, and we won't until we have red science. I forget what the workaround is for that then. But, you know what? Let's just continue on. I want to say that that was number 5. Let's... Well, we did 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that was 4. So number 5 here. Okay. Let's see. Where would it line up? It could line up here or here. Definitely not here. Although it should be this direction. Yes, okay. It looks like it lines up here. Possibly here. Okay. Hey, we got solar panels. All right, so there's number 5. Let's see if we can get number 6 going. Six should line up here. Yes, it did. Means just 2 more. Number 7. Which... I'm guessing... Maybe down here? No. Definitely not there. I mean, could be in the middle here somewhere. But I don't see what line it's supposed to be going off of. Well, actually, you know what? We can figure this out. What is needed for the red science? It needs energetic graphene, and it needs hydrogen. That's going to be coming out of these machines here. So hydrogen goes onto this line, energetic graphene goes onto this line. And the hydrogen works its way around to this line here. Okay, so it's these middle two lines that we need. Excuse me, it's this outline and this line that we need to connect to. Yeah, that doesn't seem to line up with anything. That doesn't line up. That doesn't line up. And it should be this direction. I may just have to resort to going back to the video about this. That was a long time ago, too. And then we've got this one at the end, which takes it all and puts it together. This looks like it lines up here. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it does. Okay. I bet. Ha ha ha. We figured it out. Okay. This one is supposed to hook up here, isn't it? Why, yes, it is. Right there. Boom. Done. All right. Now, in order to get this going, to begin with, first off, we do need to get our crude oil going. So we can come over here to production, to gathering, and pull out an oil extractor. We'll go this direction. Just need the one. As soon as my drones get back to me. There we go. And out, over, and there we go. That'll get our crude oil going. All right. That'll get a little bit of production up and running on these guys. But it's not gonna get us everything because I don't know yet how to do the fractionation, the X-ray cracking, I should say, but we need red science in order to do X-ray cracking. So this is not really an early game red science. And these guys are going to back up because, well, they're not going into the X-ray cracking. All right, so we're working on red science now so that we'll be able to make it. That, however, does not entirely fix the problems. I think, at least to get us our first bit, we're gonna have to go grab a whole bunch Yeah. In fact, I'm going to get rid of everything in my inventory here. We'll put these in here. Cool. I will let this last little bit build in a little bit. First, we need to go get some energetic graphene. Actually, do I have some produced over here? If I do, that'd be awesome, because then I don't have to fly too far away. Oh, good. Perfect. An entire thing of it should get me going pretty well. Okay, as soon as it finishes researching the red science, we can get that going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a... Oh, I don't have any storage boxes. Makes sense. Considering they're in here. Here. Okay. Is there anywhere I could put it? That's the output. This is the input. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Apparently I am storing liquid hydrogen. Well, yes, I am. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be manually putting in this stuff. Once we finish up this last little bit of the research, we're going to manually be putting it in so that this stuff can get to working. Can I... Yes, I can do this. Okay. So, first things first, we need to set these to produce red. And I want to copy... Is it... Let's see. Control? No. I just want to copy the the recipe. Well, I'll have to figure it out later. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. I'm going to pull up this and boom. So we're starting to put these onto the belt so that it can start producing. And then, because again, this is still just pretty temporary here. I need my belts. Here. Here, and then I want sorters. These guys will work. Because there, and there. Boom. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and continue to produce. We need some hydrogen, don't we? Oh, boy. All right. Let's see. So we need the hydrogen to just go in there. Cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. I want X-ray cracking. Now. Okay. That should be number 1. Oh, I don't have anything anywhere in my inventory to put it, do I? You know what? Why don't I grab a storage? Wherever they are. Here we go. Let's just put a storage down here. So that I can do that. Okay. Give me these red science. They're important. Alright. Let's do this. Okay, we're going to take all of the light oil here. So the hydrogen will be produced again. This is a very manual way of doing it. Do I not have any red science on me? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Here, and then we can take some oil from here. And do I have any more tanks? Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and just put a tank down. And we'll fill it with the light oil. All right. So I'm going to be back once I can make enough of the red science to get this going the rest of the way. All right, guys, so we got it. We now have X-ray cracking. So all I need to do is it Shift Command C? Okay, this is gonna bug me if I don't just look it up. Controls. I want to... Let's see. That's copy selected building. Copy recipe. Oh. Let's do a new one. Let's... Shift C? Yeah, Shift C sounds good. Apply. Alright. So we're gonna Shift C. And I should probably also change haste recipe to Shift V. I'm using Shift C and Shift V because those are kind of the common well, it's Control C and Control V is your standard copy and shift on Windows, so you know, may as well stick with it. There we go. Now, this thing should be fully operational. It does look like I need more oil. but that's easy to solve. All we need to do is put another oil extractor down over here. Boom. And connect it up to this belt. And power. And there we go. Now we should have more than enough oil to keep this machine nicely fed. All right, so the crude oil's coming in. It's being refined into hydrogen and and refined oil. The hydrogen and the refined oil is going into the X-ray cracking, which produces hydrogen as well as energetic graphene. The energetic graphene is going in here to be used to make science. The hydrogen is going in here to be used for science. And out comes the red science, as well as extra hydrogen. And I have just gone ahead and looped the red science over here so that it can start working on things. Yeah, so interesting. I've never seen this recipe before. It was not here the last time I was around. Interesting. Okay, so let's go to our upgrades. And there's still a few more things we definitely want to get. Let's actually start with this one, because I want to use up what I've got in my stuff. And then we're going to do mass construction. We're going to do universe expansion. We're going to do everything that doesn't need red to start with, okay? Then we're going to start getting the reds. I don't like moving on from one color science until I've done everything of that color science. So that needs red, red. Yep. Okay, this does not need red. That does. Yep. Okay. So then, of the things we need for red, first off, I want to get these logistics drones going. Okay. So, requires maglev. I also would like to get this, requires maglev, and I really want to get towards planetary logistics, which doesn't need anything other than that. Okay, good. And the pilers would be kind of nice, but that needs yellow, so does the interstellar. So, we need to do maglev. Okay, that'll be our first red science we do. In addition to that, okay, that'll get us that, as well as this, but do these need any sort of extra technology that we do not currently have? Doesn't look like it. Okay. And then we're also going to want this, which requires mech core level 2. Not a problem. And then we'll get that. We'll also get this and drone engine. Our queue is full, but we'll add drone engine when it's not full, which is going to be in like 2 seconds. That will set us up perfectly in order to expand this hub. Perfect. And we should have another line of inventory capacity now. Cool. All right. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. What did we accomplish today? So we did the blue science and the red science. That, you know, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. To get blue and red science up and running. All right. Well, guys, like I said, that's going to be it for today. My name is Luke. I am the Offensive Yak, and thank you for joining me today. If you're enjoying this content, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more of it. Come back tomorrow. Yep, we got one more episode this week, where hopefully tomorrow we're going to be able to expand our hub here. I think we're going to be able to. All right, guys. Offensive yak out.